So we're going to talk a little bit tonight about some of the fasteners that are used in the cars, whether it's for the exterior body panels or for the interior panels. We literally have hundreds of different types of fasteners, everything from machine screws all the way up to these quarter-turn fasteners. Now, this particular display is what we have in our showroom here, and a lot of times, just from years ago, these are kind of referred to as Dzus fasteners, which is kind of it's a brand name. What these actually are, they're quarter-turn fasteners, which just means it takes a quarter turn to snap lock them into place. And you can see by this display, we've got lots of different types here. So these are called self-ejecting, which they have a little receiver cup and a light spring behind them, and so when you snap them into place, they pull themselves down flush, and then the self-eject, when they pop loose, they come back out. So these are commonly used in the exterior body panels. This large version here is good for especially like in the front end mount, which gets on and off the car a lot. You know, there's only 7 or 8 of these things holding the front end on the car, so they've got a lot of load on them. So these are the large style, and then you have smaller style here if you want to use a smaller self-ejector, like might be used in a deck lid or an interior panel in the car that you want that might be hard to get to with like a common stud. So these are self-ejectors, and you can see we've got different colors. We even have these black aluminum self-ejectors here, which are kind of nice because a lot of the cars now are they're all blacked out. You know, everything is, they got black wheels on them, and all of the kind of the shiny trim has been taken off and replaced with a flat black kind of murdered out look. But so we've got self-ejectors. These are just regular studs, so they're going to look similar to this, which is just a quarter-turn fastener stud. This is a button head, so you've got a button head, you've got a wing, so the wing obviously is pretty self-explanatory. It's made to use without a tool. It doesn't need a tool, so you can just turn this by hand. These are nice for interior panels that are hard to get to. The regular slotted ones like these are going to take a tool like this. This is a little pocket tool that we make, or this bigger version, which is kind of nice. This radius here matches the slot, so this isn't a straight slot. It's like a cupped slot in there. And then we have different diameters too, so you can see these are large. These are 7/16 diameter studs. These are 5/16, and we have 5/16 in the butterfly or the wing Dzuses, or quarter-turn fasteners. And then we also have the flat or flush mount, which we would use on like a fuel cell strap, like a blown fuel cell strap, or the seats. When we're mounting a carbon seat in the car, we'll use these, and we have them in the raw aluminum finish or in the black anodized finish. We have an array of different washers too these are nice for protecting the finish. So if you've got an interior panel or an exterior panel, maybe even a deck lid that you want to use these little 5/16 studs on, you can also use the little poly washer underneath the head to protect the paint. And then you go down into the springs here. So along with the fastener, you're going to need a spring on the backside. And so this is an 1 3/8 spring, which is that means it's an 1 3/8 from the center of that mounting hole to the center of this mounting hole. Those are 1/8 rivets holding those on. And this is a 1 spring here. This is a little bit smaller wire than this. So these commonly go with these larger quarter-turn fasteners, and these 1 ones have a little smaller wire. They commonly go with these self-ejectors or these smaller 5/16 studs. You get past that, you go down here into like a selection of tabs. These are all weld-on tabs, and we've got these all powder-coated here, but these would be raw when you get them in there. And they're a variety of different kind of layouts here. So you've got a 5/16 stud with a 1 spring, and then you can come down here, you have an 1 3/8 spring fits in here, and then these are also they're countersunk. They're actually stamped, so they have a little bit of recess, which will help with the back side of this plate. So this plate has to have a little recess in it for the spring to hide in when you put it down. Well, they also fit into here nice, so once it goes through the body, you have a little bit of area so that it's not sticking up. So that little recess is nice for that. And then also, if you don't have the recess, you have a larger hole, which is what this is for. So this fits down inside there, gives it room for that extra material there. And these are also bent at the end, and what that allows you to do is to weld that to the chassis so that the weld doesn't stick up. So this would be your flush surface here, and this little beveled bent edge would allow you to weld this leg here and here, or weld this across here. And we also have these longer tabs here that are made out of 50 thousandths thick 4130, and they're made to either cut or bend or kind of custom do your own tab in whatever particular location that you put it in. And then we also have these backers here. Somebody's robbed this one off of here, but this is a small one. This is a 1 inch, and this is 1 3/8. But these are backers that go on the underneath side of the body. A lot of times, if the car's been run a little bit and you got a little bit of wear in the rivet holes, they start to pull through, and so you'll use these backers on there to either back up the rivets on the bottom side, or you can use this as a protector plate on the top side and use the 7/16 stud will fit in there.